The other day, you and I were getting on a call, and it reminded me of what a pain in the ass the dial-in numbers are. And I was thinking, when somebody sends you the email and it's like the number, like whatever, 800-866-3434, and then they put the dial-in code right next to it. So when you push the 800 part, that it comes up with the code, so that doesn't work. Now we're scrambling for a pen. We're looking for a piece of paper. We don't have it anywhere. Now you're panicking because everyone's already on the meeting, and I'm always the last one. Even if I try to be early, I end up it up. I'm the worst with technology. Why are we not making the Zoom dial-ins or whatever easier? It's a thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's where my mind goes crazy, as it did yesterday at the Super Bowl, looking at everybody with their clear purses and wondering why I don't have those in my line yet. But that's what happens with my mind. How is there not an app where we like submit our Zoom information or our call-in information? It just logs it in our phone in a calendar, and then you just press it and it has the passwords all attached to it. I mean, why are we not doing that?
Know.
That bothers me. You know, the other thing that bothers me, and this is the way I'm wired and like why I love Kevin Hart and Stray so much, is that you go to these things at the Super Bowl and people randoms just come up to you with their companies and they say, why aren't we doing this together? Why aren't we doing that? And then you sit back and you look at what these people do for a living and you're like, God dang it, why didn't I come up with that idea? It's incredible.
You're doing great, but I can appreciate that you want to do more. I look at The Rock and it's like this guy or Kevin Hart, or aren't they tired?
I mean, I'm exhausted, but it's like I want to be exhausted on my own private jet. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I just have so many ideas. This always happens to me after a Super Bowl. I always meet so many people, and then it's Monday morning and I want to call them and follow up, but nobody's working today. That also bothers me. Get to work.
I'm not getting to work today. I'm very hungover. I don't know what I don't know. I'm that kind of drinker that I could have a couple drinks and then it's like I'm a disaster, or I could drink the entire bar and I don't feel it. Either comes from like lack of sleep or the not eating or whatever. Last night,
I would say the eating is a big factor.
Right. Yeah, I'm not
and maybe having a drink of water
I was supposed to get on a flight this morning to go to Nashville, and I went to bed at 6:30 and the flight was at 8:30. So that didn't happen. So now I'm going to get on a flight tomorrow morning, which again, I'm going to get my life together. I'm going to start tightening it up. I've let myself go a little bit. I've let myself have a little bit of fun, blow off some steam. I'm going to lock it up a little bit. I'm going to do like a detox, I think, for 5 days. Probably should do it longer than that.
What goes into that? Because that whole thing really scares me. My whole thing of a detox is I'm just going to have a green juice and get on the Peloton. What goes into a detox? I'm not into starving myself. I can't do that. My mood suffers and then my marriage suffers. Write that on a t-shirt. I can't do that.
Suffers. A bumper sticker, anyone?
I can't do
I like
that.
a detox. So I'm going to do this one called Chroma, not an ad. A girlfriend of mine, Ashley, she does it and she swears by it. And it's been at my house for way too long. So I'm going to throw myself into that. I'm not a foodie, as you know. Like, I don't.
What is it?
It's just a 5-day, like you take this powder and then, it's like it's a powder situation.
And you don't eat?
You have like almonds or nuts or whatever, and you're not interested in that. I know. I love it though, because I'm a little bit of a masochist. Like, I like punishing myself because I punish myself with having a good time. Then I feel like I need to balance it all out. So that's what's going to happen up until we go on our own vacation. Then I'm just going to go balls to the wall again.
I understand the whole like detox and all that, but it's just like, then at some point you have to have a meal. And isn't that just a crazy shock to your system? I don't know. I just can't function that way. But listen, that doesn't mean it's not good for somebody else. Just
I'm a
because
liquid
I know my
gal.
limits.
Like, if we go to brunch, I could do a mimosa, a Diet Coke, a water, a coffee, a green juice, like maybe an egg. I'm a liquid person. And so that's where the whole detox thing works well for me. But yeah, I need to lock it up.
Yeah.
I'm always good about working out. I just need to cut out some alcohol here or there because, we don't need it every day. I mean, today I do. Hair of the dog.
Listen, it kind of is like what goes along with like your mood, right? Or whatever you're going through. It's like if you're in it, you're in it. If you're not, and you've got to be a certain way because that's just kind of what your vibe is. That's
but you know
what
what's
your vibe
funny
is,
though
right?
about that,
and
you've known me for so long. When I was going through it, when I was 26, I used to just drink a bunch of alcohol and like drown my feelings. Now I feel like when I go through things, I actually, hopefully this is the maturity in me, I want to feel it so I don't like numb the pain, so I don't procrastinate on actually feeling it. You know? That makes sense? You're like, no, that's not what you're doing, Charissa.
Yeah.
But that's what I feel like I'm doing a better job of not being so exorbitant in the alcohol intake just to like drown out my feelings. I'm pretty good about, I don't know, lately feeling them.
Yeah. You got to do what works for you, right? But then you got to detox.
Yeah, then I got to detox and starve myself.
I'm going to go have a green juice.
Yeah, so that's what, what else do we have in the off season?
I follow this doctor that Troy follows, and he's really good about like certain things that you eat in your diet and diseases. I sent this to my girlfriend who's kind of into this with me. When you eat the standard American diet, you get the standard American diseases. And she wrote to me, I had to stop listening to the sugar post a few days ago. It freaked me the hell out. And I was like, no, like, God. Anyways, just we're talking about reentry and starting to take care of ourselves. And yeah, it's a lot of damage. What's that?
No, the sugar part. Are sugar intake, like my sugar is from alcohol, like from wine or things like that. I'm not like a sweets person, but it is interesting when you think about, well, it's not that interesting. I mean, it's just common knowledge. You are what you eat.
I know.
You know?
I know. And yeah, I know. And we eat pretty well, but yeah, like there's just some areas that we need to kind of tighten it up. And we will. Like, again, it's reentry. It's organizing the vitamin drawer, which I almost took a picture of the other day. My husband was just sitting Indian style on the floor going through expired things. It's just during the season. And especially with COVID, I was just adding every little vitamin and then you couldn't even close it. Now I need to do that tomorrow with my skincare drawer. I just get so many things. We go to the same facialist. She's always offering the next thing that's going to make us look like we're 25. I don't finish my other products. Then they build up because I think I'm going to go back and I don't remember I have them.
Oh my God. I'm so glad you said that. I am the ultimate consumer. I will buy any quick fix thing, probably because I've always had skin. So it's like, if this work, try this. And Jai always does the whole like rundown. Like, have you done this? Have you done this? I'm like, I've done everything. But if they say it's going to clear my skin, I buy it. And then I'm the who doesn't stick with the routine. I need to be better. I was blown away. I don't know where we were, but I was in your hotel room and you are like, you have your whole like drop down like travel kit of all of your products, all of your things. I'm like, I'm using the damn like soap in the hotel and I wonder why my skin breaks out. You're really good about products. I just need to be better about having like consistency in general and then not about why my skin's breaking out.
My problem with products is I just keep adding, and I'm not subtracting. So I have like 17 toners in my drawer, and it's not shit I bought. Like some I get, some they send me, whatever. Throw them out. You don't need 17 toners.
You know what's interesting about the toner?
What does toner
what are we
do?
Doing with the toner? I think they always say to use it, and then I'm like, and then I can't find the little sponge thing or whatever to put it on. So then I'm just
is it getting
dumping
the dead
it on
skin
my
off?
face? Like, what is this doing? The toner, and then it's like they're like, wait 5 minutes to put the lotion on. You think I'm waiting 5 minutes to put the lotion on?
No, I don't have time.
Even when I'm in the shower, like, leave the hair mask on for 5 minutes. You think I'm leaving it on 5 minutes? I'm like 5 seconds and washing it out, and then I wonder why it doesn't work. I'm going to start being better about this.
Yeah, but can I ask a question? Why do you need 5 minutes for the product to set in? Because here's the thing. It's almost like when you don't want things to touch on your like plate, it's all going in one place anyway.
Right.
So why do we need to wait 5 minutes for it to settle?
I don't know.
At some point, I'm putting the moisturizer on. At some point, I'm putting the oil on. So it's the serum on. It's going to be in there anyways.
You would have appreciated this the other day when I was up at the lake. I was looking for a safety pin because there was a deep-rooted zit. I could not find it.
You saw mine this
was
week.
So ghetto, Erin. I'm so embarrassed to even admit this.
Did you boil water?
No, I found. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm going to say this.
Just do it. Say
there was a nail. There was a nail in the. I need to stop swearing. I'm swearing a lot on this episode. There's a nail in the toolkit. It was a baby, tiny little nail, and I was like, if I just prick the top of this, then I can get in there. I'm like,
How'd you sanitize that
I
thing?
did. I took a lighter and I sanitized it.
Oh.
And I just nicked the top. I'm like, this is an all-time low. I'm using a nail, not our IVF
Did you
needles,
get it?
not a safety pin. I couldn't find it. And you know when you scrounge in the bottom of your bag, the bag that you haven't cleaned out in months because you're like,
Yeah.
I need to get to it. But it's always when you clean it out and then you need something. And now I'm scrounging around and looking and I couldn't find a safety pin. I've went through every junk drawer. I've went through everything and I couldn't find it. And then I went into the toolbox and got a nail.